Canelo. I think Berlanga on a tremendous show as well. You know, he showed a lot of heart and grit and determination as well, and that made for a great fight.
You said what you had to say.
After weeks of anticipation, Gervonta Davis finally released training footage on his Instagram and X accounts, giving fans a glimpse of his intense preparation. The video showcased Davis's lightning-fast speed, quicker than ever seen before, leaving fans and boxing insiders buzzing. As the saying goes in boxing, it's the punch you don't see that hurts the most, and Davis proved that with his blistering combinations. Among those who reacted was none other than Terence Crawford. While his comments seemed positive on the surface, he appeared to subtly downplay Davis's performance. Crawford didn't mention Davis by name, but it was obvious who he was referring to, leading fans to believe he was withholding full credit from the rising star.
If you can punch, you can punch. Okay. You know, it may not have the same effect that it did on a smaller guy, on a bigger guy, but if you sharp, you sharp.
Right.
You know, and I don't.
Gervonta Davis looks more than ready, and Lamont better brace himself for what's coming. Davis began his training session with several minutes of shadow boxing before moving on to the mitts. The standout element of the footage? Pure speed. His blistering hand speed, combined with the power of an undefeated fighter, points to one thing: a potential knockout finish. Tank is clearly preparing to be even more dangerous in the upcoming rematch, aiming to land those punishing shots Roach won't see coming. Davis was also seen working the heavy bag and throwing rapid-fire combinations on the pads with his trainer. No exaggeration, he's putting in some serious, high-level work. There's a strong belief in Gervonta Davis's camp that Lamont was only able to withstand most of Tank's punches in their first fight because he anticipated them. Had he not, he likely would have ended up like Davis's 28 other opponents, knocked out cold. The newly released training footage was nothing short of jaw-dropping, quickly racking up thousands of likes and comments. Notably, the comment section featured reactions from fellow boxers, world champions, and even legendary figures in the sport.
Ready, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, power, 6, 5, power, 4, power, 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Hold on to the head.
After completing his body exercises, world champion Gervonta Davis moved on to an intense session with the mitts and punching bag, testing both his power and precision. He later engaged in sparring with an unidentified partner before taking a brief rest. In a recent post on X, Davis was seen working the heavy bag for a full hour without a single break, a clear demonstration of his endurance, focus, and elite skill set. Grueling sessions like these are what shape true champions. While Davis's status as a top-tier fighter is undisputed, his recent training efforts deserve extra recognition. His display of raw power, athleticism, and relentless drive reinforces why he's considered one of the most feared fighters in the lightweight division. Davis appears to be gearing up to turn Lamont into his next punching bag, and with Roach showing some confidence of his own, he'll need to back it up inside the ring if he hopes to survive the onslaught. In addition to his training, Davis has also shown off an impressive physique, looking near peak fighting condition. A recent photo revealed his shredded frame, proof that Tank is far from done and still hungry for dominance. Fans have taken notice of Gervonta Davis's impressive condition, suggesting it could be a clear sign he's reconsidering retirement. One fan commented, "And you guys think he's going to retire? He looks very motivated." Another added, "I thought he wasn't disciplined, always gaining weight between fights. This guy is serious." A third wrote, "He looks incredible. Roach is in big trouble. There's no way he's retiring after this." The buzz continued with a fan urging, "He must fight Vasily Lomachenko and Keyshawn Davis. He can't retire in this kind of shape." Clearly, Davis's form has reignited hope that more big fights One fan, however, offered a more skeptical take, saying, "Getting in shape just to knock out someone who never stood a chance? Let's see who he fights after Roach, if he wins." Meanwhile, Lamont Roach remains confident and motivated. "I worked my head off for this," Roach said. "If he's on his way out, why not be the one to kick him out? I love proving people wrong, and I damn sure love proving myself right." Clearly fired up, Roach added, "Right now, they really got me messed up, so yeah, I've got upsetting a lot of people on my agenda." He's aiming to make this bout the fight of the year and a launching point for his legacy run. Looking ahead, Roach says he's targeting another champion next, whether at 130 or 135 pounds. "I want to prove that I'm the best," Gervonta Davis declared. According to Boxing News 24, Davis is currently enjoying one of his best training camps yet as he prepares for the big challenge against Lamont Roach. Promoter Leonard Ellerby also acknowledged Davis's mindset, saying he understands his desire to begin the road to retirement.
I made a decision to train in DC because, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel though this.
The New York State Athletic Commission's review is still ongoing, with no final verdict released yet. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis's status as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters is now under scrutiny. Davis retained his title after a tense majority draw against WBA super featherweight champion Lamont Roach on Saturday night at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The judges scored it 114-114, 114-114, and 115-113. According to CompuBox stats, Roach was the busier fighter, throwing 400 punches compared to Davis's 279. However, Davis was more precise, landing 103 punches, while Roach connected slightly more with 112.
Like people selling that, so like even the picture where everybody was in the room. That shit like devil shit. Facts on this, man. It's like some devil shit, like they sold that.
Yeah, you go with that.
And you see how the guy was looking at the scorecard?
Although one of the three judges believed Gervonta Davis had done enough to win, the other two did not, resulting in a majority draw. A pivotal moment came in round 9, which proved to be the most controversial part of the fight. After absorbing several sharp shots from 29-year-old Lamont Roach, a Washington, D.C. native, Davis suddenly dropped to one knee. By the letter of boxing rules, referee Steve Mills should have called it a knockdown, which would have made the round 10-8 in Roach's favor instead of 10-9. Potentially shifting the result with a 1-point advantage on the even scorecards. Davis later gave a surprising explanation for the incident, saying, "I just got my hair done 2 days ago, and she put grease in it. When I started sweating, it got in my face." The 30-year-old Baltimore native also expressed frustration over the lack of ring card girls, claiming he didn't know what round it was during the fight, adding another layer of confusion to an already dramatic night.
Like, you gotta tell them the money gonna come, for sure. So I wouldn't tell them to focus on the money. Hey, With talent, damn. I don't worry about the punch. That's all you gotta worry about.
If he takes a knee and the ref starts counting, it should be a knockdown, Roach said. If it's ruled a knockdown, I win the fight. The New York State Athletic Commission told ESPN that a technical issue prevented them from reviewing video of the controversial moment within the allowed time to make a correction. Trainer Greg Hackett described the Davis vs. Roach bout as a good, competitive fight, though he acknowledged that Roach might not be as familiar to casual boxing fans who haven't been closely following the sport or its rising contenders.